Hi everyone, good morning. It's Jan, and I want to talk to you today about some different methodologies: Agile, Lean, and of course, design thinking. So, what I want to do is actually break it down how I see these different methodologies and why I think they're so important. And so, I think the best way to think about this is to imagine that you are cooking. And when you're cooking, what you need to do is you need to assemble ingredients in order to be able to produce the cooked dish, right? So if you're going to make pasta, then you need pasta and you need a sauce and a saucepan, so on and so forth. Now, in order to assemble these things, what you're then going to do is you're going to follow a certain recipe, a methodology, a way in which you're going to do things. Now, how you pursue this recipe will define the outcome of the cooking that you produce. Now, what we want to understand in this is that there is a term called variety. Now, variety is essentially a word to describe the combination of elements that you've assembled in order to produce the outcome that you want. So, for example, if you're cooking pasta, that you have tomato sauce, that you have pasta itself, that you have boiling water, that you have the necessary ingredients. Now, there are essentially, according to the science of cybernetics, only really three things that we can ever do in terms of managing variety. We can increase variety, which means we can increase the ingredients, we can increase the complexity of the cooking methodology, we can decrease variety, which means make it more efficient, reduce the number of ingredients required, reduce the number of steps in the process, etc., etc. And then the third element is to make the variety more relevant, because perhaps you want to cook pasta dish, but no one wants to eat your pasta dish because they would love to go and have a curry instead. So relevance is also really, really important in the search for variety. Now, what the science of cybernetics is about is talking about the world and the systems of the world in terms of variety. And I'm going to translate that for you into these three methodologies. So how does this relate to Agile, design thinking, and Lean? Well, what you can do is you can think about it like this. Design thinking is a way of increasing creativity. It's a mechanism for opening up possibilities. So if you want to cook something and you use design thinking, at a very basic level, what you're going to try and do is try and create a more creative dish, something that is better. So you're going to increase variety, maybe better ingredients, maybe you're going to mix more ingredients together. Now, what you also risk doing, however, is over-complexifying it. Too much can also ruin a recipe. And so what we want to do is also consider decreasing the variety of the cooking approach. And this is really what Lean and Six Sigma are about. Lean and Six Sigma are basically ways to reduce the variety of the system that you're engaging with. So that means fewer steps. It means making things easier, faster, cheaper, efficiency. Now, this doesn't sound always as glamorous as design thinking and creativity, but it's extremely important and is the foundation of many elements of the modern day world. For example, IKEA. IKEA has been able to master Lean and Six Sigma and use these methodologies to deliver relatively good quality furniture at highly affordable prices, which is why it's one of the most successful companies in the world. Now, why Agile has become so important is that what Agile allows is for you to make sure that what you're creating is actually relevant. Just because you're producing, like we said, that cooking dish, pasta, doesn't mean that anyone wants to eat it. And so Agile is a closed loop cycle essentially built around three key steps: build something better, test it out with people, and then use your learning and feedback from the people you've tested with to make it better. So you're going round and round and round in cycles. And what this actually creates is an information feedback loop that enables you to understand how you make something better for the customer that you're trying to help. So Agile is really, really focused on enabling people to have something better and going through a continuous improvement process, essentially using feedback from that customer to get better and better. Now, how does this all relate? What's happening today is that we're getting these things all mixed up. None of these methodologies are going to, inverted commas, save you or save your company. Neither design thinking, neither Agile nor Lean. Instead, what's very important to do is actually cultivate a mindset in which you recognize that there are three options: increase variety, design thinking, creativity; decrease variety, Lean, maybe Six Sigma as well, which essentially increases efficiency; and then also Agile, which is focused on relevance. And using the right methodology in the right way at the right time is the key to success in Industry 4.0. And that's really what becoming a leaderpreneur is about. For those of you who don't know, I run a company called Leaderpreneur, and it's really about envisioning a new kind of human being, much more than a manager, who essentially has these three skill sets. The leaderpreneur is able to combine design thinking, Lean, and Agile in the right way at the right time to produce better innovation. And that in turn makes them more successful and makes their company more successful. So there you go. I have a diagram here. I'm going to make a picture of it. You can see it here. As I said, increasing variety is about the search for creativity. That's how we create new options. Let's get this all in the picture here. Decreasing variety is all about the search for efficiency, making things faster, cheaper, easier, which is also really, really key, especially in the commercial sense. And then agile is about relevance, making sure that what you're producing is actually relevant for your customers and for your stakeholders so they'll engage with it and use it. So thanks for listening. I hope you have a great day. Remember, it's all about keeping those 3 things in your mind and using the right one in the right way at the right time. Leave your comments below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.